Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Mills and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, please pause the video and hit on the subscribe button, which is next to it, so that every time you come across my video, you're gonna get notifications so that you can tune in. And for my returning subscribers, thank you very much for clicking on my video again to watch. I appreciate it. Today I'm going to be talking about family reunion visit. Just by the name, family reunion is for those who have relatives or have family members that are Brazilian citizens or they are currently living in Brazil, be it temporarily or permanently. So if you fall in that category, then keep watching. I'm going to tell you the eligibility as well as the requirements you'll be needing, as well as the steps that you're going to use to apply for this visa. For those who are eligible for this visa, people fall under the following category. The first one is if you're a spouse or a partner of a Brazilian national or a foreigner with resident permit in Brazil. Second one is if you are a child or a grandchild of a Brazilian citizen or Brazilian national or a foreigner who resides in Brazil. The third one is stepchild of a Brazilian or an immigrant beneficiary of a resident permit, minor or up to 24 years of age if proven to be a student, or any age if proven to be economically dependent on you. The person can also apply for this visa. Next one, you're eligible if you're a parent or a grandparent of a Brazilian national or a foreigner with a resident permit in Brazil. When we talk about resident permit, is temporal or permanent. The next category is a sibling. Sibling means if you're a brother or you're a sister to a Brazilian national or a foreigner who has a resident permit in Brazil. I have 5 siblings. So if they have to come to Brazil, they're going to fall under this category. That's what I mean. Because I have permanent resident, my siblings have the right to apply for a family reunion visa. The next category is those who have an immigrant child who is the beneficiary of a resident permit. And this other one, most people don't know about it. If you are a tutor or a guardian of a Brazilian national, so if I'm a Brazilian citizen and I want someone to come in as a tutor or a guardian, then this person can also apply for family reunion visa. I'm going to talk about the requirements. First is the application form. The application form is still done online, like the normal, regular Brazilian application form. And the next one is your passport. We should have the correct validity and have enough blank spaces for the visa to be placed into it. The next thing you'll be needing is the police check. And to get a police check, we're needing a criminal record or a police clearance certificate. Proof that you haven't committed any crime in your country. The next requirement is the proof of relationship with the sponsor. So the sponsor or the caller is the person residing in Brazil. If it's your spouse or your partner, then you want to prove it using a marriage certificate. Your sibling, child or grandfather or grandparent, then you want to use birth certificate. If it's a tutor or a guardian, you should also have a document that is also going to prove that. If it's adoption, then you should have an adoption letter to also prove that. You need to know that these certificates have to be in Portuguese, and these documents that you have to give has to be certified. The next one is if the child is less than 18 years old, then the child should have like a letter of consent, like an authorization letter. You can write it and also legalize it or notarize it in the country or where you're residing. The next one is going to be about their sponsor. Means the person who's in Brazil who you're going to meet, all right, for the family reunion. First thing is the sponsor's ID. If the person's a Brazilian national, so you need their passport of that person and the Brazilian national ID. If the person's a foreigner, the passport of that person as well as their RNN and this also has to be certified. It therefore means that you have to print it out and also go to their registry office and certify this document. The next thing is a resident declaration. There's going to be a signed statement that is subject to penalty. Like, you're going to do a resident declaration that you're going to be accommodating this person, and there is a form that you're going to fill, and you're going to sign this form in front of their authority. The sponsor who is currently living in Brazil is going to take it to the registry office and notarize that particular document. And the next thing is your booked itinerary. So you're going to book your flight ticket to show the date that you're going to arrive Brazil. When you get into Brazil, don't forget you're still going to hold the application form which you used for your application, because you're going to use that to apply for the permits when you are already in Brazil. The next thing is also the visa fee. I don't know the amount. You're going to check it with your country of residence. The sponsor must not necessarily prove funds. It is not really necessary, but it's always good. You always coming in, or your sponsor should have something to prove that they're going to take care of you. When you get all those documents, the first thing you want to do is you want to fill in the application form, which is very normal. It's the same system, the same application form. I'm going to leave it in the description section. After you fill the form, upload all the documents which I've stated. Next thing, you book your appointment. Maybe it is through mail, or you book your appointment to go to the embassy and you submit your documents. After submitting your documents, you wait for the processing time. I cannot really tell the exact processing time for any Brazilian visa. After the processing time, you're going to get your resident visa. It has a validity of 1 year. That's just a visa for you to get into Brazil. And you have 1 year to prepare yourself to get into Brazil. When you get into Brazil, the first 90 days, you have to go to the federal police with all those documents that you used to apply, and you're going to use that to apply for your resident permit. The resident permit is going to be issued to you depending on many different cases, depending on their sponsor. So if I'm on temporary residency, then the person is also going to be issued a temporary resident. If I'm on a permanent resident, the person is also going to be issued a permanent resident, depending on many different factors. So you need to give the reason why you want to stay permanently in Brazil, because your sponsor or because your family relative is also a permanent resident. You might be issued a permanent residency. If you still haven't subscribed until this time, make sure you do so and hit the notification bell so that you get updated each time I upload a new video. If you have any questions about Brazil, make sure you leave in the comment section, or you can check on my channel. Go to about and you're gonna see my social media handles. You see my email, you're gonna see my Facebook, you can see my Instagram. You can send me messages and I'll reply all the messages. I do reply all the messages in that same line. Ciao.